called 8 Fragments for Kurt Cobain. Genius is not a generous thing. In return, it charges more interest than any amount of royalties can cover, and it resents fame with bitter vengeance. Pills and powders only placate it a while. Then it puts you in a place where the planet's poles reverse, where the currents of electricity shift. Your body becomes a magnet and pulls to it despair and rotten teeth, cheese whiz and guns, whose triggers are shaped tenderly into a false lust in timeless illusion. The guitar claws kept tightening, I guess, on your heart's stem, the loops of feedback and distortion threaded right through Lucifer's wisdom teeth, and never stopped the reverberating in your mind. And from the stage, all the faces out front seemed so hungry with an unbearably wholesome misunderstanding. From where they sat, you seemed so far up there, high and live and diving, and instead you were swamp crawling down deeper until you tasted the earth's own blood and chatted with the buzzing-eyed insects that heroin breeds. You should have talked more with the monkey. He's always willing to negotiate. I'm still paying him off. The greater the money and fame, the slower the pendulum of fortune swings. Your willpower could have sped it up, but you left that on an airplane because it wouldn't pass customs and immigration. Here's synchronicity for you. Your music tape was inside my Walkman when my best friend from summer camp called with the news about you. I listened then. It was all there. Your music kept cutting deeper and deeper valleys of sound, less and less light, until you hit solid rock. The drill bit broke, and the valley became a thin crevice, impassable in time, as time itself stopped. And the walls became vices of brilliant notes, pressing in, pressure. That's how diamonds are made. And that's where it sometimes all collapses down in on you. And I translated your muttered lyrics. The phrases were curious, like incognito, libido, and chalk skin bending. But the words kept getting smaller and smaller until, separated from their music, each letter spilled out into a cartridge which fit only in the barrel of a gun. And you shoved that barrel in as far as possible, because that's where the pain came from. That's where the demons were digging. The world outside was blank. Its every cause was just a continuation of another unsolved effect. But Kurt, didn't the thought that you would never write another song, another feverish line or riff, make you think twice? That's what I don't understand, because it's kept me alive above any wounds. If only you hadn't swallowed yourself into a coma in Rome, you could have gone to Florence and looked into the eyes of Bellini or Raphael's portraits. Perhaps inside them you could have found a threshold back to beauty's arms, where it all began. No matter that you felt betrayed by her. That is always the course, as Frank said, of the young artist's remorseless passion, which starts out as a kiss and follows like a curse. This is called facts. Some of them are real facts, some of them are my facts. Its own wisdom has left Holland in ruins. If you repeat the words medulla oblongata long enough over and over, you will eventually collapse to the ground and hear the sound of the first drum developed by Homo erectus man. When Oscar Wilde lay on his deathbed, penniless and disgraced, in a cheap boarding room in France, he stared dimly to the window and muttered, "Those curtains are absolutely horrendous. One of us has simply got to go." He then sank into the pillow, shut his eyes, and died. That one's true. What a genius. This was a care of Ted, actually. It's an extra fact. If you rub a large cat for 16 straight hours across a shag carpet, it will generate enough current electricity to light up a 12-foot by 9-foot neon flag of the country of Liberia for 6, maybe 7 seconds. If Angela Lansbury sneezed while swimming underwater, it would take exactly 1 second for the sound to travel 1 mile and be heard by, say, a sea otter or pilot whale. Though they have tried to squash the facts, there is enduring evidence that when Wallace Stevens died, an unspecified number of blackbirds flew through the windows of the mortuary where he lay, removed his eyeballs with their beaks, and flew away, carrying both eyes to the Florida Keys, depositing them softly into the green waters above the Carroll.